Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Namowise. I'm Dr. Sarah with my colleague, Dr. Michael. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic, the metaphysical views of Buddhism.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. So, metaphysics is all about exploring the nature of reality. What exists? What does it mean to exist? And Buddhism offers some truly unique answers to these questions.
Absolutely. Michael, let's start with the basics. How does Buddhism define reality?
Great question, Sarah. Buddhism teaches that reality is impermanent and interconnected. Unlike many Western philosophies that often assume there's a fixed, unchanging essence behind everything, Buddhism emphasizes Anicca, or impermanence.
That's right. Everything is constantly changing. This ties into another core Buddhist concept, Anatta, or no self. Michael, could you explain that for us?
Sure, in Buddhism, the self isn't seen as a permanent, unchanging entity. Instead, what we call the self is actually a combination of 5 processes, known as the 5 aggregates, or skandhas. These are form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. Together, they create the illusion of a person, but there's no fixed core.
It's such a profound idea, isn't it? Many other traditions propose the existence of an eternal soul or essence, but Buddhism challenges that directly.
Exactly. And this idea is deeply connected to dependent origination, or Pratītyasamutpāda. This principle explains that everything arises in dependence on other things. Nothing exists independently. All phenomena are interconnected.
Let's give an example for clarity. Think of a tree. It doesn't exist in isolation. It depends on sunlight, soil, water, and even the microorganisms around its roots. Without these, the tree wouldn't exist.
That's a great example. Similarly, our lives and experiences depend on countless factors: our families, society, biology, and even the air we breathe. This interconnectedness is at the heart of Buddhist metaphysics.
So, if nothing exists independently, does that mean Buddhism denies reality?
Not at all. Buddhism doesn't deny reality, but instead critiques how we perceive it. It teaches that our ordinary understanding of reality is clouded by ignorance and attachment. What we see as real is often shaped by our desires and fears.
And that brings us to the concept of emptiness, or naya. Michael, how would you describe that?
Emptiness doesn't mean nothing exists. It means that things lack an independent, inherent essence. They are empty of self-existence. Understanding this is key to Buddhist wisdom and liberation.
To make this practical, think of a cup. Its existence depends on its shape, the material it's made of, and even the person using it. Without these relationships, the cup wouldn't be what it is.
Exactly. And understanding this helps us let go of attachment. If we cling to things as if they're permanent, we set ourselves up for disappointment and suffering when they inevitably change.
This brings us to the ultimate goal of these teachings: liberation from suffering. By seeing the world as it truly is, impermanent, interconnected, and empty of inherent essence, we can live with greater peace and compassion.
Let's also touch on nirvana, which is central to Buddhist metaphysics. Nirvana is not a place, but a state of being free from ignorance, craving, and attachment. It's the ultimate realization of these metaphysical truths.
And achieving nirvana doesn't mean escaping reality. It's about seeing reality clearly and living in harmony with it. Michael, do you think modern science aligns with any of these ideas?
Definitely. Concepts like quantum entanglement, where particles are interconnected regardless of distance, remind me of dependent origination. And the idea that matter is constantly in flux resonates with impermanence.
It's amazing how ancient wisdom and modern discoveries can complement each other. So, to wrap up, Buddhism's metaphysical views challenge the idea of a permanent self, highlight the impermanent and interconnected nature of reality, and encourage us to see the world without attachment or illusions.
Perfect summary, Sarah. These teachings remind us to question how we see the world and help us live with greater awareness and compassion.
Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this discussion, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to leave your thoughts or questions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you, Sarah. And thanks to everyone watching. Until next time, take care and keep exploring life's big questions.